Hello, hello, hello.
Okay. Well, hello.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to another Thursday and another edition of Let's Get It Together with your
Yes,
host, J9.
and Jesse.
All right, all right. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, sister.
How is California treating you?
Like a runaway slave in all this heat.
Talk about a runaway slave. My AC went out. I was sweating all the way down here.
Lord have
It was
mercy.
bad. It was not a good look.
This ain't them look. That's not a good look. This
It
ain't
was
that
not.
time for the AC to go out. For real.
No, it's not. But you okay otherwise?
Yeah, no complaints. Settling in. I've been here since the weekend, hanging out with the family, thoroughly
Okay.
enjoying it, so
Okay. I like
no
it.
complaints.
That's what I
How you
like to
doing?
hear. I'm doing well. Other than, the whole little AC issue, I'm looking at my car. I'm like, it's 102. That's just not okay.
That's not happy. I wouldn't
But
be
other than
happy under
that,
them circumstances.
no, I was
Right?
not. But other than that, we have a really good show today. I always
Yeah.
like to thank the
Yeah.
listeners, and we want to thank everybody for supporting us and all of the love that we're getting from our show. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I appreciate it, and it does not go unnoticed. And I think after about 2 or 3 months, people are catching on how to find us. That's important. That's important. But we have a really exciting show today. I'm really, really excited about the lady that is joining us today. She
Yes. Yes.
is, she's got quite a few accolades, and it's funny because I was looking at Bonkers. I don't know, just kind of doing a little research, a little background, and they pretty much said that this lady is unpredictable. She's Dallas bred.
Yes,
They called
indeed.
her a risk taker, and she was an emerging common, but I don't think emerging anymore. I think she
Right.
has arrived,
Okay,
and
okay.
is
They said this.
and is arguably one of the most intriguing acts on the rise,
Oh,
or
they
has
stole that from my
arisen.
page.
They probably did. So now, she isn't. She's Las Vegas owned, and that she has powerfully pushed her dent into the comedy
Yeah.
industry with inspiring noise on all levels. And so here we
Yes.
are with Miss Tabloid.
Miss
Hey,
Tabby.
y'all. Hey.
I was so excited when she said she would come on the show because I know
I
she does not have a
know.
lot of time. She's a busy lady.
Yes.
But
She does not have a lot of friends. She has a
Here we
lot
go.
of time. So
Here we go. Y'all get ready for a ride. We're going to have a
Right.
really good time with Miss Tablet. We have a lot of questions, so we're going to really give her the floor.
Now,
But-
don't be like Oprah and Gail and make me cry and stuff.
Oh, so
Okay.
we need to be a little bit more non-sentimental.
Okay.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a cinnamon. Okay, so we're gonna do our Ratchet Restaurant report, and we're gonna try to do it in a timely fashion without cutting up. Because these restaurants, and the reason we do it, for those that are new joining us, we do this because I'm a chef, graduated from Le Cordon Bleu, and me and Jazzy started this thing where we would go to restaurants and we would eat food, and we would go to the car and we'd do a critique and we'd upload it to YouTube.
Okay.
So we did that for a couple of restaurants, and we were excited about it. People were starting to kind of, get a little leverage, and we're like these two restaurant detectives running around Vegas.
Right.
So when we had the idea to do the show, we came up with Let's Get It Together, mainly because of a community thing. All of us need to get our shit together. And we always say it. We really don't realize how much we say, get it together. Get it
Yes.
together. So we came up with that. We want the restaurants to get it together, but then we also want individuals and people that we touch to get their shit together. So with that, we have a Ratchet Restaurant report. And it comes out every Wednesday. And so I like to let the community know what's going on. Y'all ready?
Yes.
It's not
Please.
many. It's 3 restaurants and 1 food truck. And the food trucks have been in violation for a long time. And I think they go under-detected.
I'm just hoping that these are not the places that I frequent.
Well, there have been some. We don't know. There's been some that I know I frequented. And one of them was Eminem, and I don't want to keep putting them
Okay,
on blast.
yeah. I mean, I read the stories on that, but I can't eat in there knowing what I know, but I can get it to go.
We'll get it to
That's
go.
a fat girl in me. I'm getting it to go. Like, okay, I don't want to see nothing in your kitchen. Just.
I don't want to see how you prepare it. Just make sure it's palatable and it smells all right.
But that's probably the only place I do that. Like everybody else, I'm looking at the cook, the chef, the kitchen. I'm
that's
looking
right.
into the kitchen. But go ahead,
And that's what we're trying to tell people to do. Pay more attention because this is where we patronize.
some of it is obvious too. In some places I've gone to,
Some is obvious, and you don't have to stay.
Yes,
Go on and
yeah.
get your stuff and go. So the first one on our list, real quick, is Rosalie La French Cafe, and it's funny because people are starting to pay attention. My aunt sent this to me, and I was like, that must be a place she frequented. She said, well, I know you looking at these restaurants, so here you go. So people are listening. So they got they were on Rainbow and Patrick Lane. They got 38 demerits. They got a C grade, and so they had an inspection on August 4th. What happened was there was a complaint from a customer who wrote, and I quote, "We observed a cockroach that came from the kitchen."
Not a cockroach in the kitchen.
That's been on all my reports.
Wow.
And listen, this is what's funny to me. So the cockroach came from the kitchen toward our table. He was on a
Like,
mission.
that was his so they took his food. Like, wait a minute, y'all bring that back. It ain't done yet. That's what he was part of the hell.
He was part of the hell. He was trying to, right. And so she says, and we ended up leaving mid-meal. It was disgusting. And so that generated a report. The health department came out and validated the complaint. Now, they found dead roaches in the dining room, in the closet, and basically...
But isn't dead roaches a good thing? like, I don't want to see them living and growling. That mean if they're dead, there's some extermination going on. The place was
I
treated.
might agree with you. However,
I don't want to see them though. Yeah.
yeah, and if you do it right, they'll come back and clean that up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, or you need to follow up and make sure you clean it up because it's not a good look. So the person in charge was aware of the complaint and says the roach activity increases in the summer due to the weather. And we know that.
Right.
In Vegas, they have
But
issues.
you still should take those proactive measures knowing
Bottom
this.
line.
Right. There you go.
Bottom line. It's a proactive approach. So anyway, the inspectors found even more because it's never just that when you already
it's one. It's a
Right.
baby. A roach
It's
can
a
have
family.
up to 76 babies in one pregnancy.
so it's going down.
That's a zituplets, girl.
Generation.
So
Yes.
here's what they found.
Do you think roaches sleep with each other like family members, girl?
I do, but I'm gonna tell you something real funny too. So my
sorry.
grandson, for some reason, he had this little truck in his hand. It was a real small handheld truck, and he wouldn't give it up. So he threw it, and when he threw it on the floor, this little thing popped up. So it was like, it popped it up, and I'm like, what was that? Well, I went to look real closely, and I'm like, I know that's not a baby roach. So I tend to think that, they are family.
Yep.
And he was the
Family.
scoutsman. He was coming to check for the rest of the family. So I laughed it off, but it was that was a rough thing to see because what were the odds of my grandson
Right.
throwing something to make? Yeah, okay. So I digress. There was excessive food and old trash along the front of the house and next to the equipment, missing ceiling tiles above the cooler, standing water in the freezer, standing water and excessive old food under the ice machine, soiled cardboard.
So, you know what would be good for restaurants? I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, please.
Everybody should enter through the kitchen, then go to the dining room, baby. Because
Right.
if you go through that kitchen, then you already know I ain't eating here, honey.
You already know.
I agree with you, Ham.
I think that was a very good observation. We want to come through the kitchen. If you guys want to talk about it, you can call us up at 702-551-5261. We welcome restaurants and people to check in if they want to, and let's talk about it. So the quiche, the salmon, the cooked onions were all expired. Had to be thrown out. They were dated back to July 12th. So prior to the inspector coming, they were using them.
So wait
Right.
a minute. So
Wait a
They were
minute.
serving people that expired foods until they showed up. Oh, that's sad.
had they not shown up,
That's right.
they'd still
It'd
be
have been
getting
on your plate. It'd be
some
on your
60
plate.
some 38 day old
That's what it is. Get
salmon
quiche and
and
salmon.
quiche.
Yep. Yep. So, and it was dated July 12th. So, I mean, we're talking about, yeah, a couple weeks. So they had to toss out some French toast batter because it had a strong malodor, which I had never really heard the use of that word. So I had to look it up.
And what does malodor mean?
Girl, it's unpleasant.
Babe, I had this dude over the other night, and he was malodor, baby.
It makes you think he was ferocious,
Yes,
right?
yes. Everybody like,
No.
no, honey, he was malodor.
He was malodor. It was bad. So, so anyway, there were multiple moldy raspberries and blueberries and et cetera, et cetera. You know how that story goes. So the inspector wrote up a repeat violation for failure to put the date on the labels, and they, that was that. I think they're still closed because normally there's an update that they either had the health
Fix the
department come back out
issues and reopen.
because they want the public to know that
Right.
we took care
But
of
if
the issue.
if they close you down with a C, and you get the things fixed, do they open you up with a C plus? Because you shouldn't get an A because you fixed them, honey. That people need to know that you just fixed these things and you're still working on.
People need to know.
Yeah, I need to work for the health department. So
That's what I said.
I need to go in
I
there.
want a white
They don't
jacket.
have the people who really love it. Like I love
I
food
love-
and I love
Ooh.
cleanliness.
Right.
Yep. You remember that movie with Gabrielle, and she was playing, she was a health inspector?
I want to be that lady. Like
That's
like,
her.
Yeah.
That's So we have District 1 Kitchen and Bar. They specialize in Vietnamese and Asian fusion cuisine. And they boasting more than 2,000 Yelp reviews.
Oh,
However,
I thought you were going to say 2,000 roaches.
I
Yeah,
was thinking
they
the
had
same
like who
thing.
counted
I
the
was like,
roaches?
2,000.
how did they know?
Say 2,000 demerits or whatever citations.
Nope. So I think what they're really trying to emphasize is you can trust Let's Get It Together, but you cannot trust Yelp, is what it's saying. Because they basically, this is from the health department, that boasting more than 2,000 Yelp reviews, however, also got a 38 demerit, which is a C grade. So this is the location on Jones and Desert Inn, and they had 10 critical and major violations. The employee didn't wash his hands after cracking an egg, because it's almost impossible to crack an egg without getting that egg juice on your hand in some respects. The employee didn't wash, so there was containers of beef oxtails, rice noodles, and unsafe temperatures. Water from the refrigerator condenser was dripping directly onto the container of a pork sauce or something or other.
Now, in the Yelp reviews, was there anybody who had received like a stomach virus? Because I look for those when I go to
Right,
restaurant. I
right,
want that stomach
right.
virus because
I
I
wanna
had
know.
one time and I lost a lot of weight.
Oh, this is on purpose?
Yes. So yeah, I really when I go at the restaurants, I look for stuff where they say they had stomach viruses and the food was poisonous. I'll eat there. I'll eat there because I want that poison.
You
I want to be I want to be sick so I don't have to. So the food would flush right out of my system.
Right. That's a weight loss system.
Oh,
It's a weight loss diet. Yes.
Okay.
Lord.
It's a method to it. So review your Yelps for these restaurants.
that offer weight
Weight
loss
loss.
services.
Yes.
So I don't know, but I do know that the owner basically sent her statement basically saying it's an unfortunate incident and they'll uphold food safety protocols moving forward. And so here's the answer to your question. They were re-inspected on August 8th and they received a 9 demerit A grade.
So I just feel like if you have a 3,
How do you come
three. No, if you have a 9, you should get like a B.
Right.
Yeah, an A, because that means you're still at fault. You're still nasty. You still hadn't fixed all
it
the
does.
issues.
You have not fixed all the issue. I fully agree. You are making very valid points here. Funny or not.
Now,
it's the
what
truth.
about They should put the inspector's name on there because if it's the same inspector that's changing these grades or giving these, did he just pull up in a new car too? Like, because somebody bribed him. I mean, how'd you go from a C to an A?
How did you go from a C to well, to be honest, the issues that they saw were easily fixable from a compliance specialist.
Not dead roaches, girl.
Well, this is a different restaurant. They didn't have any roaches, so good.
They
for
didn't
them.
mention any
But
roaches.
what they did have was multiple flies in the kitchen.
So where do flies come from?
Yeah,
maggots.
they do.
Maggots come from rotten food.
So that unsafe temperature zone. So to go from that to back to an A grade was not. I don't know how that is effective, because that does not make for someone to do the right thing.
Right.
Yeah. And then they have to post those grades. So even if they don't shut you down, they're supposed to post those grades. Many restaurants don't. It's
when you walk into a Las Vegas restaurant, then they should have that certificate posted on the wall. And if you don't see it, then you already know there are issues.
Walk away.
But I know a restaurant here in Vegas over off of Spring Mountain. They have a C grade, but after hours they put up their A certificate on top of that.
That's sneaky.
Yeah.
What? How does that work?
Because after hours is a different grading system.
No, the inspectors aren't out after hours. This person knows the system
very well.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, people do all kinds of things until they get told on.
His name is Ken. He owns the Hot and Juicy over on Spring Mountain and Valley View.
I know Ken.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
oops. Let me stop.
He used to give me free crab legs, and then he stopped, and that's why you got in trouble with the health department, because I called.
So Ikari say flying the food at Fuego del Cheo. Long ass hair in the food at El Dorado Korean. Listen, I laugh a lot about the roaches, the flies, the pests.
The hair,
it's a different level for me.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm not
hair.
sure why.
Ooh.
It's a different when I see the hair in the food when it's long and stringy and
you know it's not yours. I mean, not even if it's mine, I'm not eating it. But just knowing that it's not yours.
Yeah, it's too bad to know that we've eaten a lot of hair. That's bad to say.
And fruit flies, because you don't see them fruit flies if it's mixed up with all them what do you call it, seasonings and
oh yeah,
and
the herbs
and the herbs and spices. Yes, you know how many fruit flies we've
mistaken for a big old piece of
black pepper. Yes.
Taylor is grossed out, and I am too. Lord have mercy.
Oh, this is great.
Got you scared now.
Let me get on to this real quick because I want to get on to Miss Tab. We have some really good stuff, and the time goes fast. I want to redeem the time. We had a topic on redeeming the time, and we're losing it. So we got to get our shit together. So Marché Bachus on Regatta and Desert Shores is a French bistro. It's a wine shop, and it's been a local favorite for more than 20 years. On the heels of a documented history of non-compliant inspections, this is 20 years, it was shut down on August 2nd for imminent health hazard of inadequate refrigeration. Got 30 demerits. Expired food held past the 7-day shelf life, some kind of cauliflower jam and caramelized onions, roasted beef cooked with roasted beets and cooked whole chickens had to be thrown out because they were sitting at room temperature. And no one knew how long they'd been there. That doesn't make sense to me. But
if they're throwing out the chicken, no, I don't know. It doesn't give you what the temperature of the chicken was. It's important. You can't freeze the chicken and then cook it. It doesn't work like that. You have to take it out at some point.
You have to take it out at some point. That's correct.
But they should have known how long they'd been out too. So.
Yeah, they probably, but it doesn't say what kind of.
But you've named all these places that I would never eat at, though. Like I don't go to that side of town.
Let me know what's going on in my hood.
Right.
Well, the inspectors get around to it. I don't think there are enough, and this is what we talk about. I don't think there are enough inspectors to cover the restaurant industry to keep people on their toes.
So there is a place over where I live on Nellis. It's called Wings and Beauty. It's a wing. She cook wings and she do hair in the same kitchen. So they need to go over there and check her.
Check her out.
Yes.
Talk about hair in the food.
Telling on folks. Good.
Yes.
Keep telling. Keep telling.
So Taylor said, wow, it's good to know I won't be over there again. So somebody is patronizing these places, at least in the vicinity of these places. So I'm just going to run through it. Agave onions, raw shrimp, onion soup, ham, beef cheeks, seafood salad, heavy cream, pancake batter, grits, lobster, shrimp, cut tomatoes, crab meat, seafood dip, dressing, eggs, sour cream, anchovies, and diced tomatoes all had to be thrown out.
And that's all the expensive stuff.
That's the expensive stuff.
They lost a lot of money that day.
Ooh.
Which is why I believe they don't throw it out.
Right.
Right?
They don't want to cut the loss because they probably didn't do a good job of guesstimating the amount of guests and the food. They're not doing the math because it's math. So I'm going to move on from them. The inspectors noticed that they had a recent history in March that required some kind of enforcement action and intervention training. And they opened back up on August 3rd with an A.
Okay.
So whatever you got to do.
But an A with how many demerits?
0.
Okay, 0. See, that's when you get an A.
That's when you get an A.
Not
That
when you
means-
have 9 demerits.
But here's the deal: they had to do intervention and enforcement action training. So that should be a requirement of all the places that you have
well,
to
when
shut down.
to work in a Las Vegas restaurant, you have to have a food handler's license.
That is correct.
So that should be a part of that training there.
It is.
So then, why?
And
How do
you have to pass.
How do you forget it?
And you have to pass the inspector. How do you get past getting certified, knowing you had to meet all of these demands? Even you have to even set the criteria of how to prevent foodborne illnesses.
And how to wash your hands. Like I was in the ladies' room one time, and this lady, she was a bartender something, and she washed her hands for 2 seconds, like under the water and under the dryer. No, bitch, go back, girl, go back,
go back.
You're supposed to sing the happy birthday song 6 times, and then your hands are
And
clean.
your hands are clean. Come on now, more than 30 seconds.
Right.
This is surgery. So last but not least, before we move on, the Cup Bop, I don't even like the name, Cup Bop food truck was shut down on First Friday. So that means they hanging out at Fremont Street area. They August 5th, they were shut down for no hot water.
Ooh.
Inspectors say there was no water at all. Only plumbed hand sink. So it's like they put water in the sink and put the plumb, the stopper, and they were washing their hands that way.
With dirty water.
Dirty water.
Recycle water.
Recycle water.
That's what I'm getting.
That was classy to call it recycled water. It was dirty water.
It was dirty water, right? I'm with Tab on that one. Yes. You being nice.
Yeah, because recycle makes it sound like it's cleaned and filtered.
Right,
so
exactly. Yeah.
it's used dirty water.
Dirty water.
Nonetheless. The manager told inspectors the water pump went out the day before, but you
knew
went
this.
And you went back.
And you still went out there on
And you
the,
still went out there.
Mhm.
Yep, on the slide. They had already
Because
paid the
but
deposit.
listen, I have to agree with him because that's First Friday. He would have had to wait 3 more Fridays. 'Cause they're only out there on that one Friday.
She cutting up, y'all. She is cutting up, but it is. I mean,
But that makes sense. I mean, he had to,
That's right.
If that's his money day, I'm not gonna miss my money. That's the only time I make money on First Friday.
Right.
That's right, and that's the deal. So it had gone out the day before, but since they had already paid the deposit for First Friday event,
See,
ding dong, she placed a gravity-fed hand sink on the truck instead. I don't really know what that looks like or what that is, but you have to get approval from the health department. I do know that. So they shut the truck down.
good,
Perfect.
as it should.
As it should. So they said they will have everything in line for next Friday. Next First Friday. I cannot stand that
So
you
you
called
got,
it.
so you got it. So they got second, third, and fourth Friday to get it fixed.
Get it together.
Yeah, they got
You
it. 3
heard?
Fridays to get their shit together.
Get it
Yes.
together. Let's get it together. So, with that, we're going to close out on that. I just trust that the health department is going to continue to do what they need to do to keep us informed about these dirty diners. And so we have quite a few listeners. The Black Butterfly Johnson, hello. She says you fall asleep on all those videos. Oh, is that what's going on in the restaurant industry? They're sleeping. They should be put out.
Oh yeah.
In flight attendant school, we could never fall asleep. First of all, because you can never fall asleep on the plane. Instant termination. In class, they would say you can stand on your hands, you can sit on them, you can stand up, you can take a break, drink water. But if you fall asleep, you're leaving this class and packing your stuff. So if you fall asleep while come on now, this is food service.
Right.
But you might be right, Black Butterfly. And then Taylor has joined us, and she says she is completely grossed out.
Yes, she is.
But I just learned a couple of days ago that with the cost of food going up in the grocery stores, more people are eating out instead of cooking at home. Remember, cooking at home used to
During
be
the pandemic.
cheaper.
Yeah, well,
Right.
Used to be affordable.
but even before that.
But now it costs more to eat
Right.
at home than it does to eat out.
Yep. Sure does.
And so,
Because I just bought some food stamps the other day, and I bought $200 worth of food stamps. And it didn't even fill up the basket. Like
it didn't. No, you're right. $200 isn't
a
getting you
long time
anything.
ago, $200 will fill up the basket.
Are they
and
still doing 50-50?
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
and then the you used to have to put the water at the bottom. I still had water at the top, and then had food in there. And it came to 207. I was like, oh, I had to put some stuff back,
Right.
Because it
I
only
can't
had
go over.
Right, I can't go over.
That's
right.
right. Oh, that's cold. So with food prices going up and people eating out, we want you at Let's Get It Together to know what's going on as much as we can in the community. If you see something, say something. And here's why. Foodborne illnesses are not to be played with. Although,
Right.
might be some weight loss involved in it. We already heard how that worked.
Amen.
What Jonte say is extra protein. I'm not gonna do it. So anyway, with our guest today, she has really shown you why I am so in admiration of her.
Right.
She's so on the spot and
Yes.
so timely with her humor, and more than that, she doesn't mind sharing tips of the trade for newbies like myself. Yeah,
I love your
okay.
energy. I love Tab's energy.
Thank
And her
you.
smile.
It's gonna make me cry. It's gonna make me.
You better hold on to them lashes.
Right.
Hold on to them. So I have a couple questions for you. First off, I did read that you were a former Miss Black Dallas.
Miss Black Dallas, and I went on to lose in the Miss Black Texas pageant. That was
That's
many,
interesting.
many moons ago. It was
Many
my
moons
college
ago.
years.
I know. Well, if you Google, you find out a lot of information on people.
Right. What? It's in the papers?
It's in
It was in the newspapers.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, how nice is that? And you were runner up in Miss Black Texas pageant. Okay,
I
so
said
at
I
least
lost,
the information
but
is
yeah.
accurate. I also saw that you have a mansion and like millions in the bank.
You saw that?
I did.
See, now they're predicting things, and I like that they're putting it into yeah, they're putting it in the universe.
Putting it into fruition.
Okay.
There's
That's what they
manifesting going on,
said.
Right, they're manifesting it. Amen.
So, you are what I would call a Jean of all trades, a jack of all trades as well. Hairstylist, makeup artist, interior director. How did you find time to do these things and yet you still execute comedy?
I don't know. I mean, it's just that I think it started when as I was younger, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Oh, I feel that.
So
See,
so
a
so
woman after
then
my
you
own heart.
right. Then I start doing stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm good at that. And then I find something else I want to try and I'm good at that. Then I tried something else and I'm good at that. But I'm really good at not keeping a relationship. Like I don't know how I keep mastering that.
That wasn't part of the plan. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe I don't know. Coming from three single ladies,
I
I'm not.
know, right?
That's a
Right?
whole nother conversation. We will have to have you back just for that.
Over dinner, like in a nice
Yeah,
place.
a 5-star Michelin restaurant.
That's right.
I've been meaning to go try. Aisha Curry has her spot in MGM.
Oh, okay.
We might
Okay.
have to meet there.
That'd be nice.
That'd be
That'll
nice.
be nice. Very nice.
No, I'm a fan of Morton's
I
Steakhouse.
do Morton
Okay.
Steakhouse.
Oh my
It's a
god.
staple.
Yeah,
That's a staple.
I love that place.
And it
That's my
is.
favorite. That and Del Frisco.
And I've not eaten at Del
Oh
Frisco.
my god. So
Clearly,
yeah,
I'm missing
yes. I'm getting
Oh,
moist.
let me take.
Child. Thinking about Del Frisco and all that meat, honey.
Ooh wee. Oh, that's okay. I know what you're talking about. I get. Okay, we're gonna have to frequent that.
It's right around the
Jesse.
corner from Morton's.
It's right around the corner from Morton's.
Okay.
Morton's is consistent,
Yes, they
and
are.
Ikari
Everywhere,
says
too.
try Cleaver.
Oh, Cleaver's
instead of
good too.
Morton's. I
I've,
haven't
I've,
tried Cleaver.
I've tried Cleaver too. Cleaver is really
Okay.
good too.
Okay, so would you say that those are one of your favorite restaurants?
All three of those are my favorite.
Yeah.
And they're all on the same block. Like
Ain't that convenient?
in the hood too. Like if you go
Morton's
around the
in the
corner,
hood.
you could get shot right after dinner, baby. Like
Watch your step.
yes. You go 2 blocks from Morton's and Del Frisco's and Cleaver, you are in the hood. You're on Twain at that point. Now
Oh, you know what time it is.
Yeah. You could get shot, robbed, and raped on a full stomach. On a full stomach.
You don't want to be caught on Twain after dark, before dark, and any time in between. You don't.
Right.
So, Jazzy, you want to
Yes, ma'am.
jump in there?
Well, I wanted to ask. Can I ask you, Tab? When's your birthday?
I just celebrated a birthday a couple of weeks ago. which
Leo
was,
in the house.
Leo.
Leo, yes.
Alright.
July 30th. July 30th.
Okay, nice, very nice. No wonder you so strong and prominent, and your energy is so just phenomenal and outstanding.
Oh.
I know. She make me
Yeah.
cry
Now, wait a minute,
too.
she called me strong. Now, wait a minute. You don't need me to help you
I
move, do you?
read- no.
Like, girl.
I read your bio, and I was like, "Oh, she is phenomenal. She done been
Yeah,
in a
she's
little
cute.
Yeah.
They've been
I
reading my bio. I'm talking to the listener.
That's right.
Right.
Take
So
a
the
strong
makeup, are you
interest.
done with the makeup, or do you dabble? Because
I still do it. I still do it for like my friends who come to town for like their weddings and stuff like that. I do it, but I mean I don't do it as a profession
Okay,
because I just don't
Just-
have the time.
okay, okay. Where's your time spent? Mostly, is it the comedy or?
I prostitute, girl. I'm up and down the strip, honey. I'm on the strip. No, I work in property management.
You asked.
Working
Okay.
working in real estate and things like that. So
Oh,
And you
okay.
still find the time to be so consistent because you
I
have been
know.
very consistent with comedy. You really, really have. And the first time I saw you was at Blue Martini,
okay.
and I was like, oh my goodness, stomach hurt, laughter. I said, I like this lady. I didn't know that we would come full circle because I met
Right.
her real briefly coming down off the stage because one of my friends was in town and he was performing.
Okay.
Little did I know full
Who was
circle
your
I come
friend?
around. He's not significant because I
Okay.
can't remember
okay.
it right now.
That's
What-
fine. Oh, what's his name? Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
what's
his
his
name?
name?
That's him.
Oh yeah. Okay, I
That's
remember now.
him. So, you doing okay over there? You got something else on the table,
You talking to me?
Jazzy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just wanted to see. I'm diving into Tab because your Wednesday nights. What motivated you to start the Wednesday night open mic for everybody? Because that's where you gave my girl her shot, and where I
Right,
saw
so
her
I-
step off the stage first.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, you know
Okay,
my whole little clique was over there in that little corner.
So I can't take credit for starting that open mic. What happened was Nikki Carr, a comedian here in Vegas, female comedian, she went there this week in August and talked to them about last year, this week in August, and talked to them about doing an open mic. She started an open mic the following Wednesday, which will be next Wednesday a year ago, and it didn't do
Okay.
anything.
Mm.
Okay.
And not to take it away from her, it was the venue was new. They didn't have
venue was
liquor.
new.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
no liquor.
Right.
And the management called me and asked me did I want to take over that open mic.
Okay.
And I just thought it was for like a couple of Wednesdays.
Right.
Well, on the second weekend of the first week in September will be 1 year. And here we are
Here we are.
a year later,
later.
and it's been packed
And it's
every
cracking.
Wednesday.
And it's cracking. So
Yes,
tell
it
everybody, all of the listeners, where you are on Wednesdays.
So Wednesday, I'm over at the Urban Lounge, hosting the Best Damn Open Mic comedy show. And we say open mic, but it's more of
It
a
is,
family
okay.
reunion or
Yeah, it kinda
more
is.
of
I can see that.
a comedy show because people really take the comedians take it serious and get up there and they want and a lot of them I'm gonna say 75% of them get up there really to impress me when it's not about me. You need to impress the audience, but I like the fact that they work that hard and want my
Yes,
feedback
they want your feedback.
after the show. So yeah, the Urban Lounge over at Sahara and Jones, which is at 6145 West Sahara.
Okay.
Okay.
And then tomorrow night, let's talk about that. Tomorrow night,
Yes,
I'm
please.
in this building tomorrow night, not in this particular room, but
Okay.
the Square Club
Okay.
behind here. I'm hosting the Flavor Fridays.
Flavor Fridays.
It's at
Okay.
11 p.m. So come out and hang out with us if you're not doing anything in Vegas.
Okay. Is that a every Friday thing or
No, it's just they just asked me to do it, and I'm gonna do it. So yeah,
So
okay.
that's what she'll
it's a,
be.
it's a paid gig. So
My daughter says she is hilarious,
Yes,
to
yes.
say the least. She is a gem. I'm
thank
telling
you. Like I need to go to the gym. It's just I need to go. Like wait a minute.
It's
We roasting? Are we roasting?
Let's get it cracking. No, like the diamond.
Oh, like
you
a
know,
diamond.
Yeah, the G.
Shine
the,
bright
the
like a
G.
diamond.
That's it. That's it. So I am, and thank you for joining us, Karma, and Miss Irene is watching, and we're just getting love. They really, really enjoy the comedy. I did too, you guys. When I thought about where I wanted to make my little comedy debut, because I knew I wanted to hit the stage, I said, you know what? Because I always follow on Instagram. I was following you from the moment I met you, and
Okay.
then I was following Urban Lounge because they had another spot before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I think that's where I want to go, and I called on last minute, and I think it's been almost a year now. That's kind of crazy because it was my birthday month, right?
It was.
Because I was acting up.
Bad. Yeah.
I was acting up.
And here we are.
And here we are again. I'm finna act up. And I said, well, I want to go over where Tab is. And so, and a couple of my girlfriends had met you as well, because one was with me that night that I met you. And everybody was like, I'm on board. I'm on board. Let's go. What I like about the Urban Lounge setting with Tab is the safe place. So she makes it safe for comics to come no matter how bad you are, first time or your 99th time. You know, and so she makes sure that the crowd recognize it and that, and she'll settle them down. You know, this is a place where you can come and actually get your you know.
Seasoned or unseasoned,
That's
right?
it. Seasoned or unseasoned. So what time is the open mic check?
It
On Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays, show starts at 9. If you're a comedian, you just want to sign up to do it. Come before 9 and get on the list. I don't know. I tell them 8:30, but everybody shows up at 9. So.
And listen, if you show up at 9, she gonna tell you in a heartbeat, get on in here and find you a seat.
Shut that down.
Amen.
Shut that down.
Like grandmama house, shut that down.
You let flies in like the restaurant and stuff.
Ikari said Leos are extra AF. Tab is for sure a Leo.
Yes,
I
yes.
love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Leos. I really do.
Well, everybody loves a Leo. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
how can you not
can
love
you
a
not?
Leo? Like,
Yeah.
like you know what? And I think about all the zodiac signs, and I don't know if it's that I don't pay attention, but during Leo season, it's just so many people.
It's cracking.
Yes, just I
Yeah.
mean, like people love Leos, and all the jokes about Leos is funny, and then during other seasons, I don't even hear nothing about a Virgo. I do hear something about Scorpio season.
You do
You're like,
hear
oh,
Scorpio season is a little extra because they are a little extra.
They are
I
extra.
think Gemini season be kind of cracking too because
Yeah,
the
they
people
crazy.
is
They
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
They're
yes,
crazy.
we are. Yes, we are. I'll
Hmm.
accept that title.
But we coming in the Libra season, so I can't really. I'm not. I'm gonna phase out the Leos. I love them to death, and we coming into the Libra season.
You
So
done skipped right
balance
over
your
Virgo.
act
You
around
skipping
us.
right over Virgo, huh?
But let me say this.
I don't know nothing about no
When I was
Virgos.
learning as a teen, when I was learning about zodiac signs, I could never remember Libras. Like I don't know, I don't know why. No disrespect.
Because
I don't know why. It's just that I would always go from Leo to Virgo to Scorpio. I would always skip over.
I think we're the middle
Libras.
child.
Okay.
Literally, like not
Right.
so much figuratively, but literally, it kind of feels like we're that middle child, kind of that forgotten, because
Like
we're
the
not an
Aries.
animal.
Yeah.
We're not. We are what do you call it? We're an object, so we're a scale.
Okay.
So maybe that's why. So we're not ferocious
Okay.
in like the Leo and the tiger and the lion rather.
Mm-hmm.
Lion, tigers, and bears.
Oh my, right.
So you have a couple other things coming up that I think are important to touch on. I know I saw something for tomorrow, and then is there anything else coming up that we
Well,
need to know about?
I was nominated for again once again. So hold on. So Saturday, there is this group, Thick Nation.
Okay.
Thick Nation. 2 years ago, I won the Entertainer of the Year award with them.
Oh, nice.
They acknowledge plus size women doing their thing. So
That's cute.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not just comedy, but hairstylists, parents,
Okay.
grandparents, teachers,
Okay.
chefs, just women of size and of color. Well, no, it's not even color anymore because they let everybody in.
They let everybody- okay.
And they acknowledge these people and they want people.
Oh, hence thick.
Yes, hence Thick Nation. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So I won that 2 years ago. So I was nominated again this year. And that award ceremony is Saturday. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I win Comedian
Yeah.
of the Year
That's right.
this year. Oh, and then I'm also nominated in one of the categories of beautiful women over 50. So I saw the pictures of the other ladies, so I kind of feel like I got this wrapped up. Like, no disrespect to them. It's just like
You got a sneak peek.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was
like,
nice.
oh, girl,
Okay.
like girl.
All right. Well, I think you
If
had
you
some,
win, like if one of them win, it's that they paid somebody. Like,
or they went behind closed doors.
Right.
So,
Oh,
the
good
original
luck.
way. So,
with that being
How-
said, then
yes.
now I'm nominated again this year for Best of Las Vegas Comedian, and my show over at Urban Lounge is nominated, and then the Urban Lounge is also nominated for Best Venue.
Oh,
I like it.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
How are they competing
Congratulations.
without the alcohol? Because they doing it. I really respect that. I mean, no, for real.
Right.
It's a talent, and they must have a really good, consistent group of people that follow them.
I'm gonna say it has to be the people
It's the
that
people.
that makes
That
the
run the-
shows happen because of course Las Vegas is an alcohol city. It's
It is.
full of
Right.
spirits.
It is full of
Right.
spirits.
It's right. So you can't go into the beauty supply store without picking up a bottle of Hennessy.
Right.
Like it's
And gambling.
and a casino and a slot machine.
And a slot machine.
Yeah. So for this venue to not have slot machines or alcohol.
That's right.
Right. Right.
And then we packed it out. Even you saw it last night. It was
Absolutely.
packed. So I can't
Absolutely.
say that it's. Yeah, I just remember the first 2 weeks they were like, "Oh, we apply for the
Yeah,
license
the
and
liquor
it's
license.
coming. The
Yeah.
liquor license.
It's been coming for a
like
couple years now.
it comes up a year.
I
Like
know.
I'm like okay, because I was excited. Like
Well, here's what I think, and I think because they already have the hookah going, which is a great thing over there. When you come, they got the hookah. That if it turns into a marijuana lounge, they win it.
yeah, because you can't have liquor in a marijuana lounge.
They're winning.
Yeah.
So maybe they should hold out for
Get
the
your
marijuana
$45,000
Get
back
it together.
and get your marijuana license.
And we
I
we
like
all in
that.
there. We're gonna pack the
I like
house,
that. And they
right?
serve food too. That goes
Yeah,
hand
and
in
then you have the
hand.
munchies that'll make the people eat.
Right?
And yeah,
Right.
I play.
So we're gonna vote for Urban Lounge, and we're gonna definitely vote for Miss Tab. Now, how do we vote?
you go to B best BOLV.com. Yeah, that's it.
BOLV
I think it's
dot
yeah,
com.
or vote BOL.
B
I can't look because
Okay.
my phone, but yeah,
All right. And we're
BOLV.com.
gonna post it too. We're
Best
gonna
of Las
post it.
Vegas.com. Yeah.
Oh, bestoflasvegas.com.
So BOLV is it's abbreviated.
Perfect. So,
Yes.
you guys already hear how it's going down. This is
Right.
just a small piece of. Oh, Black Butterfly must be a Libra. Go ahead,
Yes.
girl. I know we are not really we're not the stepchildren. They just don't. They just don't get us. But it's cool. So let's get our votes in
Right.
because you're watching talent right here live on our show, and this is just a
Wait,
touch.
we got some people, more people here. Who else is here?
This is all you. And listen, if anybody wants to call in,
Somebody call in. What's the phone number? Somebody, my friends that are watching, call in.
702-551-5261. That's 702-551-5261. Come on and give us
I have
something.
800 of y'all listening and watching on two
Right.
phones. So come on, somebody call
Like
and
and share.
listen.
Yep. And
Come on,
like and
call
share,
in.
like and share, and get some. Give us some love.
And so in the meantime, while we waiting on that,
Wait, one more time. The phone number is 702-551-5261. Or go listen to us at hot702.5fm.com and you can see me live.
see me live. You can see her live.
And you can see what these two ladies look like too.
Hello.
And you'll see that I look a hot mess.
And this is
compared to
every
them.
Thursday at 6 p.m. that you can join us. And we got good talk for you. I mean, we're
Yeah.
really just trying to get you together
Yes.
while we get ourselves together, because we always preaching to the choir. Don't get
Yes,
it
we
twisted.
are.
There's a
We
choir
talk to
here?
y'all.
I had a coworker say to me the other day, "Do you ever turn it off?" And I don't. I don't.
They don't.
It just
And you know what's so funny? It's almost like you can see your light bulb.
yeah.
It is on.
It's always on. I do not know when to turn it off. Like I've been at funerals and I've said stuff that I wasn't supposed to say.
See, that's
Like,
funny.
yeah.
I said some stuff to my kids here, and it was a time of funeral. They was like, "Mommy, it's not time yet. It's not ready." And I was like, "Oh, that's when you know you funny. When you can say some shit at a funeral."
But yeah, that's it.
Even if the timing ain't
write that
right.
down. Like okay, so yeah, okay.
That'll tell you where you are.
Yes, that's the number. 702-551-5261.
Come on, give us
Germont.
give us a run for money.
I went to my friend's funeral. Her mom died, and she and her brother were the only two kids, and I didn't know the entire family. So we're at the funeral service, and I stayed on doing remarks.
Okay.
I said, Doris was like a mom to me, and I really love Doris. In fact, she called me on Thursday and she asked me could she borrow $40 until Tuesday. Well, we all know she died on Monday.
Dang.
And I know now is not the time or the place, but I really need my $40 back. Like she's borrowed before and she paid back. So between her and her family, I said this at the funeral. So her two kids knew I was a comedian. So but
That's
the
right.
other family,
Like this.
yeah,
They was-
this
No,
bitch, yeah.
right.
So I left the funeral with $120.
They get a collection.
They done out here. Here's your fucking $40 back. I was like,
Gotta get my loved one out of debt.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is terrible. This
Now
is
that-
absolutely terrible. No, that's good.
Ain't
Now
bad.
you have a talk show as well,
I do.
and from one talk show host to two, what advice and inspiration? What inspires you to keep going? And you've had one of the longest running talk shows in Las Vegas.
So I was probably the third person in Las Vegas to start a podcast when podcasting started.
Okay.
So
So we late to the game, girlfriend.
yeah.
Like,
So with that being said, the other two stopped podcasting. So it makes me the longest running podcast. I'm approaching 7 years. Oh my God, 7 years. It's ridiculously funny comedy podcast. I've had five co-hosts.
Okay.
This season I'm going. This new season in September.
Okay.
I started. I'm doing it by myself.
Solo.
I'm doing it solo, and I've never done it solo, so I'm doing
Okay.
it by myself. So that way I don't have to worry about finding a
Congratulations.
replacement or.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and what I do is I invite comedians and artists, musicians, and models and dancers to the show. So we all pick their brain and find out what motivates them and learn
Right.
tools and tactics from them, and we share ours as well. So it's
See.
been an inspiring an event. An eventful moment,
Yeah,
yeah.
very eventful. So you
Very
find
nice.
yourself putting your hands in a lot of things, and it is to be respected and acknowledged. So we give you your
Right.
flowers here today.
Thank you. I was also part of the Hot 702.5 FM.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I was part of the family
That's
for
right.
a year and a half. And then I was fired. No, I really wasn't. But it adds to the drama. Yeah, it adds to
You
the
wanted
drama.
your
Like,
money back.
yes, like no. What happened? Give me that tea. You got to tune in the Ridiculously Funny Comedy Podcast to get all the scoop.
To
Like,
get the juice. Listen, that's where the tea really is.
Yeah.
So,
Where is your?
Ken just joined us, and he said shit was crossed out in the live feed. Words that display. Oh yeah. We, it's. I think it's still sort of a family-oriented type of audience at 6 o'clock in the evening.
so they X'd out some of
That's
the
what he
words.
said.
Oh,
I think
shoot!
he wanted to hear the whole thing, raw and uncut. Go ahead,
Hey,
Jesse.
for those who listen, call us at 702-551-5261. Why are my people calling? Y'all phones off?
Right. You're watching on internet, but you ain't got no live phone.
Right.
What's going on? What's going on?
Out of
Buy some minutes.
Crazy.
Do you remember answering your phone after 9 p.m.? Like, call me, bitch, it's 4 o'clock. Call me at
Listen,
9.
I paid the extra $20 for 7 p.m. I wasn't playing no games. Because they had the 7 and the 9.
Right.
Yep, I paid extra for 7 p.m. with Sprint.
Yeah, I did.
So we are winding down. Nobody wants to call in, but I really appreciate all of the listeners. We got a few minutes here. Let me hear again the name of the podcast.
Ridiculously Funny Comedy Podcast. It streams on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and we're on YouTube, live on YouTube.
So no excuse. You can
Follow
find
me
us.
also for your listeners. Follow me at Miss Tabloid at MSTABLLOYD. That's on all social media platforms. That's Twitter. Now, what I don't like about Twitter is Twitter show you what other people like.
Okay.
So if you watching porn on Twitter like I do,
It's gonna
all your church members see that you like
So
porn.
you can't give up your Twitter handle. Don't give up the Twitter handle. I don't like that. I talked about that in my comedy last night. There's some stuff y'all need to get rid of to give us a little bit of privacy. That would be one of them.
Somebody wants to call. Call. What are you waiting on?
Yeah, because we have 1 minute.
We have 1 minute left.
We down to the wire. Jesse,
Yes, ma'am.
you got the floor.
Hey, Val.
Hey now, I love that you showed up and showed out today on our show.
Now,
Absolutely.
you remember show out used to be a bad thing. Did I show out bad? Because
No.
Okay.
You be showing partial thigh.
Okay.
You know, you don't show your ass, but you be showing partial
Okay.
thigh.
A little bit. Well,
So it has been a pleasure. I appreciate everybody. Listen, Ken said you can watch porn
Yes.
on Twitter.
yes, you late.
Ken, you're late. And I don't know if you should have asked that question publicly
Right.
because we're gonna be watching you.
So if you follow him, then you can you can see what he like.
Okay, I got it. So it has come time for us to wrap it up. It has been a pleasure. My stomach is hurting. I love being around
Right.
Miss Tab. I do love the energy. Thank you for listening to Let's Get It Right. Let's Get It Together. We are here every Thursday, 6 p.m. You will find us on Hot 702.5 FM. Download
Yep.
the app, and when we are live, you can set reminders. Listen to the
Yep.
to the radio station on a regular because there are great people
Great.
on this radio station. Miss Tab, she gave you her handles. Follow her. She's funny. Come see
Thank
her
you
if you
guys for
Vegas
having me.
logo.
Thanks, Hot 702.5 for inviting me back in here after the lawsuit. Everything.
You have been forgiven and redeemed.
Yes, thank you guys.
So with that, we're gonna give the outro to Miss Tab.
I just said it. Thank y'all. No, guys. Thank you. You ladies are doing an amazing job. From
Thank
the
you.
owner of Hot 702.5 FM, who I love and adore.
Absolutely.
And then to
Yeah.
you two ladies who just support. And then you went on your own platform to do what it is you wanted to do, not what you needed to do. And then you did it, and now it's a need.
And now it's a
and
need.
I'm impressed. And now
Thank you.
I'm going to Jack in the Box.
At least they make it fresh.
Right.
Thank
But
you.
I'm walking in through the kitchen, baby.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here
Thank
next
you.
week, same time, same
Same
place.
time. Peace, love, and light.
Good night.
Good